The galaxy had watched Earth for a long time. From the bright halls of the Galactic Council, thousands of worlds were observed through silent machines. Among all of them, Earth looked small. Its star burned softly. Its colonies were few. Its ships moved slowly compared to the great armadas of the galaxy. The Council did not fear humans. They judged them. Humans were divided by borders. They argued among themselves. Their technology looked old. Their weapons were nothing special. Many alien races believed humanity had grown only because no one had bothered to stop them. They are weak, one council voice declared. They will break when tested, said another. So the test was ordered. A medium-sized alien fleet crossed into human space. It was not a war fleet. It was meant to send a message. The fleet moved toward a small human mining outpost at the edge of their territory. The humans did not respond. No warning was sent. No defense ships appeared. The alien fleet fired once. The outpost was destroyed in a single bright flash. Thousands of lives ended in seconds. Still, there was no answer from Earth. Across the galaxy, the judgment was clear. Humanity was afraid. News spread fast. Trade worlds laughed. Warrior empires marked Earth on future conquest maps. Even neutral races looked away. No one expected humans to survive their first real challenge, but far from the Council and the laughing worlds, Earth was not silent. Deep beneath its oceans, massive doors opened for the first time in centuries. In hidden shipyards buried inside hollowed moons, ancient lights turned on. Systems long asleep began to move. Human leaders did not shout. They did not panic. They waited. On Earth, a small group of commanders stood in a dark control room. The walls were covered in old symbols and warning signs. These were not symbols of hope. They were symbols of last resort. One commander spoke quietly. Activate observation phase. Screens lit up. The alien fleet was tracked in perfect detail. Every ship, every weapon, every weakness. The galaxy believed humans were slow. They were wrong. The alien fleet moved deeper into human space, destroying satellites and empty stations. Each attack was broadcast across the stars. It was meant to shame Earth. Still, no human ships appeared. Then something changed. An alien scout ship detected a signal near the edge of the system. At first, the data made no sense. The mass reading was impossible. The energy output was too large to be natural. The scout sent a warning. More signals appeared. Not fast. Not aggressive. Just rising. In the darkness beyond the planets, shapes began to form. Enormous shadows blocked the stars behind them. These were not normal warships. They were too large, too heavy, too silent. The alien commander ordered full scans. The results caused fear for the first time. These ships were human. Old human designs. Thick armor. Weapons never seen in battle. Power cores that belonged to another age. One by one, the ships came fully online. Human dreadnoughts. The galaxy had never recorded ships like these. They were not built to chase enemies. They were built to end wars. Back in the Galactic Council, alarms rang. The judgment screens changed. Laughter stopped. Voices fell silent. Earth had been tested, and the galaxy realized too late. Humanity had been ready all along. The galaxy reacted with shock. When the human dreadnoughts appeared, every major power rushed to gather information. Ancient records were searched. Old battles were reviewed. Nothing explained ships of that size under human control. The Galactic Council demanded answers. How long have humans had these weapons? No one knew. The alien fleet near Earth hesitated. Their commanders argued. Some wanted to retreat. Others believed the human ships were empty threats, old machines that would fail in real combat. They chose to test them. The alien fleet formed an attack line. Energy weapons charged. Missiles locked on targets. The order to fire was given. Human dreadnoughts did not rush forward. They did not dodge. They simply moved into position, slow and steady. Like mountains drifting through space. Then one dreadnought responded. A single human ship fired one weapon. There was no loud explosion. No bright flash. Space itself seemed to bend. The alien front line vanished, not damaged. Not burning. Gone. Sensors showed nothing where 6 alien warships had been seconds before. No wreckage, no signals. Just empty space. Silence filled the battlefield. The alien commander tried to give orders, but fear broke discipline. Ships began to pull back. Weapons shut down. Crews stared at their screens, unable to understand what they had seen. The human dreadnoughts advanced. At the same time, the story of these ships began to surface. Long ago, humanity had learned a hard lesson. Every time humans showed strength, the galaxy reacted with fear and attack. So humans changed their path. They stopped showing power. Instead, they prepared. For centuries, Earth built in secret. Deep under oceans, inside dead moons. In places no alien scanner would ever look. Engineers worked without glory. Soldiers trained without medals. The dreadnoughts were not made for pride. They were made for survival. Each ship carried generations of human knowledge. Armor layered with materials the galaxy had forgotten. Weapons designed to end battles quickly, not drag wars on. Back in the present, the alien fleet made one final mistake. They fired again. This time, 3 human dreadnoughts answered. Precision strikes disabled engines, weapons, and communication systems without destroying the ships. The message was clear. Humans could destroy them. They chose not to. The remaining alien ships surrendered. Their commanders sent emergency signals across the galaxy, warning everyone, do not attack Earth. Humans were never weak. They were waiting. News spread faster than any fleet. Empires canceled invasion plans. Border worlds pulled back defenses. Ancient warrior races felt something unfamiliar. Fear. In the Galactic Council, silence ruled. The judgment of Earth was rewritten. Humans were no longer listed as a minor species. They were listed as a strategic threat. But humanity did not celebrate. The dreadnoughts stopped advancing. They held position, guarding human space. No pursuit, no revenge. Just control. One human. Commander watched the battlefield and spoke calmly. Let them leave. The sleeping giants had awakened not to conquer the galaxy, but to remind it of one truth: peace is a choice. Power is preparation, and humanity had prepared longer than anyone knew. The galaxy did not sleep after the battle near Earth. Emergency signals crossed star systems. Ancient alliances were reactivated. Old enemies became temporary friends. Every major empire understood the same truth: if humans decided to expand, no one could stop them. Fear changed sides. The Galactic Council called an emergency gathering. For the first time in its long history, the word humanity was spoken with caution. Some demanded an immediate strike before Earth could grow stronger. Others warned that such a move would mean total destruction, while the galaxy argued humans moved with quiet purpose. The dreadnoughts spread across human borders, not in attack formations, but in defensive lines. They did not enter foreign space. They did not threaten trade routes. Their message was simple: do not come closer, but fear makes creatures act without reason. A coalition fleet formed beyond human territory. Hundreds of warships from different races gathered together. It was the largest armada seen in thousands of years. They believed numbers would save them. They were wrong. When the coalition fleet crossed the border, human sensors detected them instantly. There was no alarm on Earth, no panic. The response was already prepared. Human dreadnoughts moved forward. This battle was different. The galaxy was watching live. Billions of eyes followed every movement, every signal. Many believed this was the moment humans would finally be destroyed. The first exchange lasted seconds. Human ships did not scatter their fire. Coalition ships lost coordination almost immediately. Orders failed. Allowed them to go. Others kept fighting. They did not last long. One by one, coalition ships were disabled or destroyed. Hulls, human losses were minimal. Officers refused commands. Humans were no longer called fragile or divided. They were called calm, cold, and unstoppable. Legends spread that human ships felt no fear because humans had already faced extinction in their own past. When the last coalition ship retreated, they simply held position. But we will finish it. The message reached every world. For the first time in galactic history, the stars were quiet not because of peace, but because no one dared to move. Fear had changed sides. And humanity stood ready. Silence did not last. Fear never does. Deep in the outer regions of the galaxy, an ancient empire made a desperate choice. They believed humanity's strength came only from the dreadnoughts. Destroy those ships and humans would fall like every weak race before them. They activated a forbidden weapon. It was called a star breaker, an engine built to tear a sun apart and turn entire systems into ash. The weapon had not been used for thousands of years. Even the Galactic Council feared it. The target was clear: Earth. When human sensors detected the energy buildup, there was no confusion, no debate. Human commanders knew this moment had always been possible. They prepared for sacrifice. One dreadnought, the oldest of them all, moved ahead of the fleet. Its armor was scarred by time. Its systems were slower. Its name was known only to human records. It was built for this. The ship advanced alone toward the enemy formation guarding the Starbreaker. Enemy fire struck it from all sides. Shields failed. Armor burned. Still, it moved forward. On Earth, people watched in silence. The dreadnought reached firing range. Instead of attacking the fleet, it aimed at the Starbreaker itself. The enemy realized too late what was happening. The human ship overloaded its core, not to explode, but to release a focused energy wave. The blast tore through the Starbreaker, collapsing its systems and breaking the weapon apart. The shock wave destroyed nearby enemy ships. The ancient empire's final weapon was gone. The human dreadnought drifted, broken but not destroyed. Rescue ships moved in. Against all expectations, the ship survived. The galaxy watched in disbelief. Humanity had not only stopped the ultimate weapon, they had done it with control, not rage. The message was clear. Humans would defend their home at any cost, but they would not burn the galaxy in revenge. The ancient empire surrendered within hours. Their leaders offered tribute, technology, and territory. Earth refused it all. Instead, a simple statement was sent to the Galactic Council. Do not test what we choose not to use. Borders were redrawn. Every empire understood the price of underestimating. Humans, the dreadnoughts returned to their positions, silent once more. But now, the galaxy knew something it could never forget. Humanity did not win because it was cruel. It won because it was prepared to sacrifice, and still chose restraint. The war ended without a victory parade. No songs were sung on Earth. No statues were raised. Humanity did not celebrate because, to them, survival was not something to cheer at. Was something to protect. Across the galaxy, the damage was counted. Broken fleets drifted in silent systems. Old empires rewrote their histories. Military academies removed lessons that mocked humans as weak and replaced them with warnings. New truth spread from world to world. Humans were not conquerors. They were guardians of their own space. The Galactic Council gathered once more, but this time Earth was not on trial. Human representatives stood as equals. Their words were calm, clear, and final. "We will not rule the galaxy," the human speaker said. "We ask only one thing, respect." The council agreed. Human borders were officially recognized. Trade routes were reopened. Observation fleets were pulled back. The dreadnoughts remained hidden, their locations unknown, their numbers still a mystery. That mystery was enough. In the years that followed, young alien races studied human history. They learned how humanity survived its own wars, its own near extinction, and still chose restraint over domination. Old warrior races avoided human space, not because they were forced to, but because they remembered. On Earth, the dreadnoughts returned to sleep. Engines powered down, lights faded. Deep under oceans and inside silent moons, massive doors closed once again. Humanity returned to building, exploring, and living, but the galaxy never forgot the lesson written among the stars. Humanity is peaceful until it is pushed. Humanity is quiet until it must speak. And when it does, the stars listen. Somewhere in deep space, a young alien asked an elder, "Why does no one challenge Earth anymore?" The elder answered softly, "Because humans do not threaten. They remember." And in the dark between the stars, the dreadnoughts waited, not as weapons of fear, but as guardians of a promise never to be broken again.